Hi, Jim here. I'd like to share with you a way of removing rust from tools called electrolysis. You're probably wondering first why a woodturner would have so many hand planes in his shop. There's a couple of reasons for that. The main reason was I'm the custodian of some hand-me-down family planes, and my job is to keep them in working order for the next family member. But secondly, a hand plane is great for a wood turner in that we do work with flat wood. Maybe we're going to resaw some colored wood up on our bandsaw and laminate it up into blocks for a pepper mill. Well, to glue those pieces of boards together, you're going to have to get them smooth, and most wood turners don't have electrical machinery like a thickness planer or a joiner, and a hand plane can do the job and doesn't take much room in your shop. The problem I had was when I got some of these hand planes, they had rusted quite a bit. As we all know, steel rusts with just a little bit of water, moisture, and I had to remove the rust without damaging the tool. And I read up on the internet the best way to remove rust without damaging the good steel is through electrolysis. So I gave this a try, and I had this scraper here that was really heavily rusted. This is a wooden bottom, so it's going to look like rust, but it's really wood. But the sides and bottom were heavily rusted, and I went through this electrolysis process, and it came out pretty clean. So I thought I'd share it with you. So what's involved in this electrolysis process is really nothing too complicated. You can learn a lot more than what I'm explaining here on the internet. But basically, I have this plastic tub I got at the Target. I think I paid $2 for this plastic tub. And I got some mild steel at the Ace Hardware store. And what you need is you need to have a sacrificial piece of metal going around the exterior of the object you're trying to clean. So I got this mild steel, and my friend, my best buddy Bob Fleming, showed me how to do some welding, and I welded this two U-shaped pieces. The purpose of having this U-shape is that I can make it larger or smaller depending on the object I'm trying to clean. You can see I've used this before, and these sacrificial pieces already are doing their job, removing the rust. These two pieces will be submerged in water, and above the water level I have a connector. I keep this above water level because I don't want this to get corroded just like the sacrificial steel. This will be the positive lead hooked up to my battery charger that I have, a 10 amp battery charger. The water, in this case here, you'll see it, you probably can't see it, but I have a level over here. This holds about 5 gallons of water to bring it above these sacrificial plates. For the electric light, all you need is some baking soda, about a tablespoon for every gallon of water. You could also use Arm & Hammer washing soda would do the same thing. And what you do is you just have to take something you want to clean. Let's say the screwdriver was all corroded with rust. In fact, this one was. I've already cleaned it. And what I do is I keep it elevated away from the sacrificial pieces, and on the piece you're going to clean you put the negative lead. So how I would hook this up would be the positive lead would go right here, just like so. What I've done is these two plates don't always touch, so to make sure they touch, I also put another lead on this other side to make sure the positive's going through all the sacrificial pieces of steel, and then a negative lead connected to the objects you want to clean, like so. So just think of this being full of water with a tablespoon of baking soda for every gallon of water. You're all set to go. I have some still pictures I took of this process, which I'll share with you. The first picture I'm going to show you is the actual solution after a few hours, and you can see that the rust is already accumulated on top of the water, cleaning the screwdriver. In this case it was the plane I was trying to clean. But before I put it in the solution, I wanted to remove all wood. So this next picture is just a picture of the same plane with the handle removed, and you can see the rust, surface rust all over the piece, as well as how corroded the bushings and so forth look. The third picture I'm going to share with you is really the final results and how it looks after it's been cleaned. Once it's cleaned, you need to immediately put some protection on the metal, or it's going to start rusting again. In this case, I use a paste wax, non-silicone paste wax that I rub into the metal, and this will keep it from rusting. When this process is done, cleaning after a few hours, and you're going to take the piece out, it's going to be completely black. And you're going to have to remove that black by washing in the sink. I just went back and looked at the video I just took, and as you can see, I'm not a very experienced cameraman, and I probably didn't show you the material I was working with as clearly as possible. One thing I was talking about was the baking soda, and hopefully you can see that a little bit better. As I said, in addition to using baking soda, if you can't find it, you can also use the baking soda washing soda, and this will do the same thing. Either one, about a tablespoon for each gallon of water. That cleaning pad I used to clean off the black after it's been in this tank, that works really well, is this, hopefully you can see this a little better, is this 3M sandblaster, and this is the extra fine one, and I find this will remove the black as you wash it in the sink without leaving any scratches on your metal. So you might want to give this a try. But that's basically what's involved in electrolysis. As you can see, it's nothing complicated. That scary looking dirty water solution I showed you in the picture earlier, don't be worried about it. It's not hot or abrasive. It's just fortified iron water, and you can just pour it out on your lawn or your bushes, which they'll enjoy it. It won't hurt anything. It's non-hazardous, so it's also a nice way of cleaning tools without hazardous chemicals. So you might want to give it a try. As I said earlier, you can find a lot more about this and a lot more detailed information on the internet. But I just want to share this with you, and I hope you enjoyed seeing how I clean tools. See you later.